Hi boys and girls, right now is your number corner time. So yesterday we flipped over 2 number corner cards, right? We flipped over one for yesterday and then one for Thursday, or one for Wednesday and then one for Thursday. So today we're going to flip the one over for Friday because today is Friday, September 11th. So I want you guys to think about the pattern that you see or a pattern that you might have noticed from yesterday's video and from Wednesday's video. I want you guys to think. We talked about circle, table, question, array. Circle, table, question, array. Circle, table. What do you think today might be? Using that pattern, because there's a pattern that you notice, what do you think today might be? So I'm going to flip our number corner card over. Oh my goodness. How many of you were thinking question? If you were thinking question, give yourself a pat on the back because that was correct. There is a question today. We are being asked a question. So let's read the date. You can read it with me at home. Today is September 11th, 2020. You would write that just like this. 1 second. You write the date like this. You can write it 9, it's the 9th month of the year, 11, 20, 20. That's the date for today, okay? Now, I want you guys to take a notice because there's a question that we have to solve today for our number corner. And the calendar card looks like this. It says there's one soccer team. How many players? One soccer team. How many players? Now, I don't know much about soccer, but following the pattern that we've been noticing on the last couple cards, these end up being the date for the day. So today is the 11th, normally represents what the answer is. So I'm assuming that if you guys Google how many soccer players play on a soccer team, I bet you the answer is 11. I will Google that and I will let you guys know of that for sure, but I have a feeling that that's the answer. Now, when we look, we're on the weekend for the next 2 days, so we'll flip those over on Monday, but I want you guys to think about the pattern. What do you think is going to happen for Saturday and what's going to happen for Sunday? Well, we had a question today. What do you think the next day will be? Following that pattern, circle, table, question, array, circle, table, question, array, circle, table, question. What do you think that might be? If you're thinking it might be whatever it is, I want you to think it in your mind. I'm thinking it might be an array. I want to see maybe it's an array. That's something that's going to segue us on our next topic. Today, for Number Corner, we're going to begin talking a little bit about arrays. So this is a picture of an array. And this is a picture of an array, and each one of these represent a different amount, right? Each one of these represent a different amount. So I'm going to move you so you can see my little thing I made over here. 1 second. I'm going to move you. Okay. An array is, I'm going to scoot you out a little bit. Sorry. Okay. An array is columns. Columns are rows. Wrong pink. Columns are rows used to make counting easier. It's basically repeated addition, right? You're adding the same number a select amount of times. And we know that last year in Number Corner, we used this a lot. We used this to tell, oh, I can add 3 so many times to find this array, or I can add 4 so many times to find this array. Today we're going to talk a little bit and refresh our memory what an array is. So I want us to first take a look at this array I built right here. Arrays are how many rows and columns are in each. So we can take a look and simply say, well, Miss Johanna, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cubes there. So that array equals 5. But what are you adding each time to get to 5? How many are in each column? Well, you're adding 1 each time, right? This is really just the repeated addition sentence, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and that equals 5, right? We can also say there's just one group of 5, right? That's it. You could look at it this way and say, well, there's just one row of 5. You could also write it as because you have nothing else, that you don't have another repeated addition. This right here, arrays, help segue us into multiplication. So we use repeated addition to help us solve multiplication. So throughout the next few weeks, we will begin learning that, but we gotta master arrays first, okay? Let's take a look at this array. This array, we have how many rows of what? So let's think. I'm adding how much each time? I'm adding 2, because there's two cubes in each. I'm adding 2, 4, 6, right? 6 times. So I'm adding 2 3 times, right? So 2 plus 2 plus 2 could represent this array. And I know if I easily skip count, 2 plus 2 is 4 plus another 2 is 6, right? That's how much this total is. So I could write this array with this repeated addition sentence, or I could write it by saying this plus this. Well, let's think, how many is in there? 1, 2, 3. I could also say that 3 plus 3 equals 6, right? Because you're adding 3, because there's 3 up in this section. You're adding 3 twice. Okay, and there's the 2 different number sentences. And then, last but not least, we have this array. Okay, let's take a look at this array. What are we adding how many times? We have to take a look. Well, look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm adding 3 5 times. So I'm adding 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 to get my answer. Well, I could quickly say 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 more is 9, plus 3 more is 12, plus 3 more is 15. So basically I just skip counted by 3. Well, I think skip counting by 3s are not that easy, but I know I can skip count by 5s easier. Let's look. How many are in this row? Or this row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So look, I'm adding 5 3 times. That's easier to count by than 3s. Look, 5, 10, 15. So I added 5 3 times. And this would be the repeated addition sentence I would use. Okay? So I know that 15 are how many's in here because I have 3 on this side and 5 on this side. So I'm adding 3 5 times, or I'm adding 5 3 times. Okay? If this is feeling a little fuzzy right now, that's okay. Together we'll work together to come up with a better plan, and I will show you more in the next couple weeks. But I did want to mention arrays because this is something that we're going to begin dabbling in, and you're noticing them on your calendar markers, right? So we have to refresh our memory of some of those skills we learned last year. And last but not least, before I let you guys go, I want to talk about possible survey questions. So yesterday in Number Corner, I asked you guys to come up with a couple survey questions of your own, which I haven't heard them yet. Next time we're live, you can tell me. But I wanted to say the next survey question as a class that we're going to investigate, so the next time we're live, this is the question that Ms. Johanna is going to ask you. And this is the survey question. What kind of ice cream flavor is your favorite? And then I have to list the 4 types, right? Because that's what we do in the survey. We give the options. So I'm going to say chocolate, Superman, strawberry, chocolate chip cookie dough. I'm going to just say chocolate chip cup. Okay? So next time we come together, we will answer that question, is what kind of ice cream flavor is your favorite? And then we'll create a survey. So at the bottom of my graph, I need these 4 sections to be the bottom, right? I'd have chocolate, Superman, strawberry, chocolate chip, and then I'd have everybody raise their hand, and I'm going to be then creating a survey, and I will be collecting data. So I hope you enjoyed Number Corner today. It's not as fun when I don't have you with me, so I can't wait till we can do this live. Have a great day.